morning, good evening, Mr. X's class. We're here to talk about the word welfare. Today is actually Friday, November 20th, not Thursday. I forgot to change the date. So welfare is a noun and has two meanings. One is the general health, happiness, and safety of a person, animal, or group. In Spanish, bienestar. So we could say, for example, parents are responsible for their children's welfare. Parents have to make sure that their children are healthy and happy and safe. That's the job of a parent. We could say the government is supposed to be responsible for the welfare of people who live in the country. Although maybe it doesn't always do what it's supposed to do. People argue about that. And then, okay, one other thing, unrelated to the word welfare, but responsible is spelled with an I, not an A. So if anybody's going to use that in a sentence, in Spanish it has an A, responsable, but in English it has an I. So pay attention to that. That's a common spelling mistake with that word. Definition 2 for welfare, money that the government pays regularly to people who are poor or unemployed, etc. And so I want you to add this word in Spanish, beneficio, because that's bienestar doesn't really match that in Spanish. So my students are telling me that this is a good word in Spanish for that kind of money that the government pays. So I put a sentence for that. Politicians argue about whether people should get welfare. Different politicians argue how much, or yes or no, people should get welfare. There are no word families. Synonyms, these are both for definition 1. Health and well-being, especially well-being, I think. Health is more specifically health. Well-being is another word that means bienestar in general, including all those things. Health, happiness, and safety. Those are part of well-being. So that's a good synonym. And we have a sentence here that actually uses both definitions. Here's the sentence. In The Glass Menagerie, which is a play that if you were in my English 2 class, quarter 3, that's when we read it. In The Glass Menagerie, it's a play, although Amanda did not get welfare from the government, welfare money. So she's a character who's during the Great Depression. She doesn't have enough money for her family. She didn't get welfare money from the government. She tried to provide for her children's welfare. So to help her children have a good life, be healthy, happy, and safe. Although she didn't have any help from the government, she tried to do it herself. That's what I want to say there. So are there any questions about the word welfare? All right, thank you very much, and thank you for filming me.